The heat is on in the hot salam. No thanks to Jimmy Butler and the rest of the crew, the heat has just spread all over the world. It is definitely hot in the hot salam. Yo, people living in the hot salam, I bet you can testify. But anywho, let's get down to what we really want to talk about. Because what we want to talk about game number 4. But prior to getting into game number 4, I do want to thank my sponsor, Inna Barack. Thank you so much for making this happen. Thank you. All right, so let's get into it. Before we jump into game number 4, we really got to talk about game number 3. What happened after game number 3? What happened after game number 3? I am so sick and tired. Every time I scroll online or just listen to some of these analysts that keep talking about, well, Jimmy Butler, it was an incredible performance by a non-superstar. It was an incredible performance by a player. It was an incredible performance, but everything had to align. Everything had to be perfect for the Miami Heat to win. It was one of the worst statistical games for LeBron James. It was one of the worst games by, what's his name? AD, or should we call him Houdini? Yeah, one of them, right. So I am thinking, you mean to tell me the Heat had nothing to do with AD disappearing? You mean to tell me that the Heat had nothing to do with LeBron James turning the ball over that many times? Why are we not giving props to the Heat? I mean, I understand. It's almost kind of like, okay, well, I'm sorry. It's that kind of sentiment. That's what I'm getting. Jimmy Butler performing that way, it's like, well, it was great. It was really incredible. But, yeah, everything had to align. And that's it, because everybody keeps saying Lakers in 5. But is that the case, really? Is that the case? Is it that the Miami Heat did nothing to deserve that win? It's the Lakers. The Lakers gave that game away. Well, we're going to find out in game number 4. So let's jump into game number 4. I'm going to pose a question instead of sitting here and just rant about how this narrative, supposedly this narrative that it's all the Lakers gave that game away. Well, Jimmy did perform, but the Lakers gave that game away. That narrative. I'm going to pose this question. Just what if Miami wins this game tonight? What happens then? What you going to be talking about now? I mean, what will the narrative be? Miami, well, no, the Lakers decided to give another game to the Heat? Because the Heat is everywhere, man. I'm sure you call anybody in the hot salam in Miami and so many other places, they'll tell you the Heat is on. So tell me, what's happening right now? Is it the Lakers just choose to allow the Heat to just be so, what's the word? Hot. Let's use hot. Please tell me, because I'm out of words, man. I really don't have a whole lot to say. Today it's all about asking that question. What will the narrative be tonight? Once the Heat, yes, I said it. Once the Heat win game number 4, what will the narrative be? Please let me know on the comments right there. Tell me, what will the narrative be? Thank you. Hey, make sure you hit the like button right there, all right? It kind of helps me out a little bit. So I know it's not a lot of people watching my videos, but I would like for more people to watch my videos. So help me out a little bit. Hit that like button so the YouTube algorithm and all that blah, 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 blah gets to work a little bit so my video goes around and people get to check it. And do subscribe, please. And tell a friend. Share it. All right? Thanks for watching my video. Appreciate it.